Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another speed build. It's time for another eco lifestyle build, and as I promised in my last video, I decided to build a bigger eco lifestyle home. In Evergreen Harbor, we only have lots that are on the smaller side, like 30 by 20 for example, and I totally wanted to build a big over-the-top eco lifestyle mansion. So this is what I'm doing here right now. And I started off by building this room, and then I removed a couple of walls and I rotated a island living glass floor using the tool mod, and then I placed this glass piece inside the wall, and I used a half wall at the very bottom to just kind of hide the gap below the glass floor. And then I used some good old roofs, just some half gabled roofs, and I applied the base game glass roof pattern. And I got kind of carried away while I was building this. I had no idea what to do. I just had the idea to have this glass piece, this just not a regular window, but I wanted to use the island living glass floor, and I wanted to have just this window basically, and I wanted to have the glass roof on top. It would have been perfect if this would be just seamless, but of course you just see where the glass roof is meeting the glass piece, so it's not seamless. This would look so modern and so beautiful, but this is not really possible. And then I was just working with more half-gabled roofs, and I was just kind of piecing it together at this point. I had no solid vision for this, and I had no idea if this would make sense because it's a little bit over the top and crazy. And then I added these small rooms, and I wanted to have, I guess you could just say that these are technically some type of bay windows. And what I did was I removed the walls in the front, and then I sized up some eco lifestyle windows, and then I just placed them in the correct spot. These didn't snap to the walls because I removed the walls in the front. In this way I could just really position them like this, and then I built a ceiling over them, and I added some added living glass floors on top, and then I created this, and this is kind of weird. You can see that behind the windows that I placed, and kind of behind the glass floors on top you can see the regular roof. I used the eco lifestyle solar panel roof swatch, and you can see it below the glass roof a little bit, and this is just so cool because I decided to use some solar panels and I placed them right there. So the light is of course going through the glass and it's hitting the solar panel. I hope that this is functional and that these solar panels are actually working this way. I have no idea if this would even like make sense in real life, but I used a lot of solar panels in this build, so even if these 4 solar panels should just be decorative, this isn't a problem because there are a lot of solar panels in this build. I placed a lot of them because I wanted this to look like a proper eco lifestyle home, so I went a bit crazy with the solar panels. So this here is kind of the centerpiece of the house, and I just started off working on this section and then I had to expand it. Anyone who's not new here knows that I like to build this way. I just create a section and then I expand the build. Sometimes it looks great, sometimes it doesn't, and when I think it doesn't look great, you never get to see it. There are many builds that I never finished and they are just, I don't know, somewhere in my library. So I then started to just expand the whole thing, and I decided to add a huge slanted window. You already saw this in the beginning, and this is in my opinion the eye catcher of this build. I always try to include an eye catcher. I mean, sometimes I don't try, but it just happens. But I feel like every build mostly has kind of an eye catching feature most of the time, and I simply used a regular roof for this, a half gabled roof, and then I expanded the eaves. So I have to say, because when I made my attic tutorial, a lot of people were asking me why they are not able to expand the eaves. So there was an update, like I don't know, a year ago maybe or something, where they allowed us to expand the eaves further. So now you can expand the eaves up to 6 tiles, and prior to the update I think it was 3 tiles. So if you're running into problems, if you can't expand the eaves this far, then your game isn't up to date because this was a base game update. And then I built this just like some type of walkway, balcony, whatever, below the slanted window, and I used some island living glass floors, and I'm going to place some of these brand new eco lifestyle planters down there. So I included a lot of stuff in this build that kind of fits into the theme, of course, and here I finally had enough space, because for my last build I was running out of space, and of course you just have to kind of make use of the space, and even if it's just 30 by 20, you have to be smart about it and you have to include everything. But I was kind of struggling. I'm not good at this. So here I had a lot of space, and I was really happy to just build on this slot. And the light is just so cool. I mean, not really my favorite, but I don't know, just the whole vibe, the whole mood in Granite Falls is just amazing. And in case you have no idea, this world came with outdoor retreat, but if you don't have the pack, you can of course just still place this lot in any 50 by 50 lot, and there's one in Willow Creek, which is part of the base game, so you could just place it there. And then I just increased the height of this slanted glass window, and I decided to place some solar panels down there. These are not the solar panels that are supposed to go on a roof. They are just the regular ones, and you can see that they are clipping through the glass here. And what I did was I used the tool mod to just change the angle a little bit. I've made a tutorial about this. I really like to use the mod, and I sometimes forget to mention it, and then people are asking me, what is this menu popping up, what are you doing there? This is the tool mod by Twisted Maxi, and I made a tutorial about this. You can find it on my channel. My tutorial playlist is linked down below in the description box, and it's still modded in the gallery, so you can have fun with this mod. You can still share your builds to the gallery and everyone can use them, which is why I like to use this mod. So here at this point I have my slanted window, and I expanded the area right next to it. So I built a floor piece, and at first I had no idea what to do with this floor piece. I just knew that I would like to have something, just a bit of decoration over there, and at first I wanted to use a Eco Lifestyle debug object, which is just a really plain and simple wood piece, just a piece of wood, which is amazing, and I'm planning to use it for another build. But here, I don't know, I was just so focused on this object actually, and I really wanted to use it for this build. Sometimes this happens. I like really want to plan a whole build around one object, but here it just didn't happen. It just didn't fit into the whole color scheme, and I just had no idea how to use it. So eventually I ditched that idea, and I just placed a roof on this floor piece, as you can see here, and I applied a really fun color to this roof. There are like many new roof swatches in Eco Lifestyle, also a dark blue one. It's super vibrant, and at this point I decided to incorporate a bit of color. In my last video I was asking you for just some ideas, stuff that you would like to see, and someone was mentioning more color, and I think that this is a great idea, and here I was trying to incorporate a lot of color, and I just want to have a bit of fun. I want this to look vibrant, and this is also why I included this debug object here. I rotated this glass piece using the tool mod. I had to find the correct angle, and then I used this object a lot. I placed it at the very bottom, so it's kind of hiding the glass roof at the bottom, but I still wanted the glass roof to be visible. I mean, this is, as I said, kind of the eye catcher, and I didn't want to hide the whole glass window, because I mean there's just like light coming through the glass window and then through the actual windows in the house, and yeah, so I didn't want to just kind of block the whole sunlight, but I wanted to have a pop of color, and I think that this object is just perfect. It of course came with Eco Lifestyle. You can find it in the debug section, and I think there's also a yellow one, but after I saw the blue one I just knew that I would like to just have this blue pop of color, and I think the contrast between the blue and the green is just so beautiful, and for whatever reason this is exactly what I think of when I think of eco living, eco lifestyle. I've created a eco living mansion at some point last year, and it was also super modern. I know that there are a lot of different approaches for the whole overall theme, eco lifestyle and all that, but this is kind of what I have to think of. I also want to kind of build a eco lifestyle home that is a bit different. At the same time, I have to say, even though this pack is super new, I can't wait to just sprinkle in another build builder's block kind of hit me, which is ironic because I love this pack. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy the new objects, but sometimes when you think, okay, I have to build this and that, then you are kind of stuck. And I don't know, but for some reason this was kind of, I don't know, just had no idea what to build at first until I came up with this idea, and I really enjoy the new pack. So I don't know, I just want to build something different, whatever just comes to my mind, just any random idea. But I also want to come back to the whole eco lifestyle theme, and I don't know if it would be okay for you guys if there would be another kind of build in between some eco lifestyle builds, because the pack is still super new and I really want to create a lot of eco lifestyle stuff for you guys. But I think it would also be fun to just have another build in between, something, I don't know, just could be anything. And this is what's so amazing about this, could just be anything. Then I rotated more Island Living glass floors, and I placed them below the floor piece, balcony, whatever it is, where I placed the solar panels. And I added a pool. I also added a pool to the back, and in the back it's kind of a proper pool. This here is kind of really super futuristic and weird, the whole shape of the pool. I also decided to include a section where I just want your Sims to be able to hang out. They could sunbase over there, so it's just a little bit all over the place and crazy, which I think is fun about this build. It's a bit out of the ordinary, the whole front yard area and everything that's going on. And I also wanted to build some type of greenhouse. I built a lot of planting pots down there, just the regular ones, the base game ones, so your Sims can do a lot of gardening, which is always amazing. Whenever I played the game, like actual gameplay, my Sims were always gardening because it's such a fun way to earn money. And I just really enjoyed to cheat, to be honest, just cheating money. And then I started to build, but at the same time sometimes it was just so fun to just have a family, no money, or just one Sim and no money, and then you just really have to work your way up there. You can expand your house, or you can just bulldoze your house and you can just add more. For me, this was kind of the most fun gameplay, because whenever I cheated money and I just built my house and then I just let my Sims move in, then okay, what am I going to do now, like gameplay wise? So I always wanted to have the grind. I wanted my Sims to just kind of grind for the money and to have a bigger house, and then they would have more space for more kids. And sometimes this was like so much fun when your house was still kind of on the smaller side, but you really had to make it work, and then you had 2 kids already, and then you just had to find enough space, and I don't know, then you had to sell the fridge or window because you didn't have enough money. This was always so much fun. I don't know, but I think gameplay wise I was always someone who enjoyed to play with families a lot. I don't know, let me know in the comments down below, what do you enjoy the most when you actually play? And yeah. And then at some point when I had enough money, I built a huge mansion and I always bulldozed them or just sold them, and I let my Sims move, because I don't know, just when you expand a house, when it's like done and it looks cute, it's really difficult to turn a small suburban home into a huge lavish mansion probably. So I just always moved and bulldozed it, and then I built a whole new house. And I mean, I love building obviously, so this happened a lot. And I had just, when I had 2 Sims, like the parents of the kids for example, they were both working, and I really tried to have a lot of money quickly, and this was fun. When I'm talking about this, I really want to play again, because I'm always building. But yeah, this is actually so much fun as well, not only just building for me, but the gameplay is also brilliant in this game. I know that The Sims 3 and 2 were just better gameplay wise, but I don't know, it's still a lot of fun in my opinion. In The Sims 4, gameplay is amazing. But besides building in The Sims 4 recently, I have been obsessed with my Switch. I started to play Animal Crossing, and I don't know if you guys are playing Animal Crossing. I know that a lot of Simmers actually enjoyed the game, and I really love it. I don't know, I don't think that it's a game for me that I would like to play for like 8 hours straight, to be honest, because I noticed when the game came out and everyone was talking about the game and sharing stuff on social media, a lot of people were like so hooked they played it all day. But for me, like in the evening when I play like 1 or 2 hours just to calm down. It's such a chill game and I get everything done, and then like it's enough for me, I guess. I don't know, I really enjoy it and it just calms me down. It's just so calming, the music and just everything you have to do in this game. And I have 2 villages. One is a rhino, like some type of gym bro rhino. He's like totally into sports apparently, and I rarely see him because whenever I play he's already asleep. And then I have a chicken, which is super cute. She's really friendly and she's always awake when I play in the evening when it's already dark in the game, and she's always walking around and she's quite cute. And yeah, this is like kind of what's going on. And I paid off the first mortgage of my house, and then Tom Nook now told me that he can expand my house and I get a bigger one, and now I have to pay him like, I don't know, almost 200k belts. I don't know, this game is a lot of fun. I can recommend it. I also tried some other games and it's a lot of fun. Also, when you're like spending a lot of time in front of the PC or when you're just building, then just playing another game on the sofa like for an hour or something, I think that's great. So you can just kind of get away from the PC or something. So here I'm working on the interior, and for some reason this has 60s vibes in my opinion. I had no idea which color to choose. At first I wanted to use a lot of white, so it's like super futuristic and hyper modern, but for some reason on the inside now there's a lot of wood and it looks like the 60s. At least this is kind of the vibe in my opinion. It just happens. I talked about this in another speed build. While I kind of know what I'm doing on the exterior, and I don't know, just make conscious decisions on the exterior. On the interior, it just kind of happens. I get carried away and I use I don't know, just pick a floor color, a wallpaper, a sofa, and then I'm like, okay, this is kind of this type of style, and then I add more stuff and then it looks like the 60s. I don't know, it doesn't really fit to the exterior, but at the same time it's still modern, so I hope that it's okay. And also the exterior is really, really modern and cold, and I think that this interior is quite cozy, which is probably great for actual gameplay when you're playing in this house, and it looks really cozy and like a cute family home on the inside. And I'm obsessed with the new floor and with this wood paneling. I've talked about the other wood paneling before, but this one here is great as well. And I used the brand new Eco Lifestyle fences as room dividers, and here I just wanted to have a dining table right in front of the windows, which is always beautiful. And then I have this kitchen, which has a odd shape, but I think that it all kind of fit into this kind of unique floor plan, which is a really like, yeah, it's weird, but also unique. I don't know. I hope that this floor plan, I hope you like it. And here I'm placing some paintings, and here I have to give a shout out to the wonderful ChrissieYT. I'm going to link her gallery down below because she's amazing, and I collabed with her a couple of videos ago, and she actually let her Sims paint all the paintings that can be painted in this game on the easel, and then she placed them and she uploaded the rooms to the gallery, and she even has different categories like modern paintings, impressionist paintings, I don't even know, and she uploaded all of them to the gallery. And the cool thing is you can just place the room and then you can use these paintings to decorate your house, and they are not CC because they are just the paintings that can be painted by your Sims when they have level 10 painting skill, which is just amazing. There was another trick that got fixed. You were able to have a piece of CC and you could place it on an adjacent lot, and then you could take a photo from the other lot, and then you could just use this photo and you could just place it on your wall, and the game did not detect it as CC because technically it wasn't. You just took a photo or you just created a painting by reference. But this is not working anymore. They fixed this in a patch and everyone was kind of sad. But here these are just the standard paintings that can be painted, but of course it would be exhausting to just have your Sim paint a lot of paintings just so you can decorate your house. So the wonderful ChrissieYT made it possible for us to just place these rooms, and we can just grab the paintings and we can just place them on the walls, which is amazing. And you can just grab the paintings, you decorate your house, and then you just delete the room. As you saw, just built the room or placed the room just in the front yard, just so I could grab a couple of paintings. You can't copy those. I think there's an option when you switch to live mode, you can click on the painting and you can pay some money to let a sim copy it, but I don't know if the sim needs a certain skill level. You could cheat this, but I think it's much easier to simply place these paintings. So I wanted to talk about this. When I collabed with her, she decorated the house so beautifully, and I noticed all these paintings, and for some reason I never thought of that. I mean, of course we have the option to have these paintings in this game, but I don't know, I just never thought of that. So thank you to Chrissie, and make sure to check out her gallery and to just check out her rooms. She's amazing. And now that this video is slowly coming to an end, I'm just furnishing a couple of bedrooms here. I want to quickly say thank you so much. We recently hit 100k on this channel, and I have a lot of feelings about this. I'm overwhelmed, and you have no idea how much this means to me. I want to quickly say thank you, and it's just a quick thank you because I'm planning to have another video soon. There's going to be a giveaway and all that, and I'm going to properly talk about this, and I want to properly thank you. But because this is the first video right after we hit 100k, I at least wanted to say thank you so much in this video. But the proper thank you and a giveaway just to give you guys something back and all that, this is coming soon. So thank you for all your ongoing support. You made this possible. I love all of you, and I'm just so grateful. And here I included a couple of screenshots. As always, you can find this build fully furnished, CC free and unmodded in the gallery. You can find all the information in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye!